Hi YouTube. The game I'll be reviewing today is Third Birthday by Square Enix, and I guess there's a bit of a glare from the light or something. But yeah, this game is actually pretty damn fun. As far as the gameplay goes, it's like a over-the-shoulder shooter, and yeah. Basically, I've played a few over the shoulder shooters, and some of them were fair, some of them weren't. I'm not really that big of a shooter fan, but I do like third-person things, so, you know, as long as it's not first-person. But coming into this game, there were good things and bad things, and the good thing I would say is I've heard of Parasite Eve, which is the third game in the Parasite Eve series. But some people have added a warning because, you know, they're like, oh, this one's going to be very different simply because they changed the name and stuff, and it's the first one off of the PlayStation 1. You know, the first one that's not on that system. So it's going to be massively different. Which I can't compare because I've honestly never played any of the ones on PS1, even though I'm planning to download Parasite Eve 1 from the PlayStation Network onto my PSP, which, you know, for you who didn't know, yeah, it's on the PlayStation Network, so go and get that if you are a fan, or if you want to check it out. But yeah, so basically, you know, I heard that, you know, Square Enix makes it. That's incentive for me, and I had heard a lot of buzz about Parasite Eve being good. So that's probably on the good side. Also, I've heard the graphics are amazing. On the bad side, okay. If you guys remember, what was it, like 2004, 2006 or something? When Advent Children came out, there was this big spawn of Final Fantasy VII games, which I love Final Fantasy VII, and I love those games. Dirge of Cerberus was the one I'm thinking of. That was a over-the-shoulder shooter, a third-person shooter. And that game had great graphics. It had a pretty cool story, if you ask me. Some people might disagree. It had a lot of appearances from Yuffie, which is pretty much my favorite 7 character. But the gameplay was awful, like really awful. They fixed a lot of the mechanics that were flawed in the Japanese version, so I like that. But and they also took off the easiest setting, so the only default setting was normal, which normal's it really was pretty easy too. So I can't figure out how easy the other one must have been. But yeah, so that game was just awful, and I'm like, Square Enix, I kind of thought of that, and I'm like, man, I hope that's not that bad, like that type of third-person shooter. But no, I was actually pretty impressed by the gameplay. Okay, first I'll talk about the presentation. I guess that's because that's what IGN does. So might as well go with their technique. The presentation, it was very cool. They had a nice soundtrack. For you Parasite Eve fans, you know, they have some of the theme songs or whatever, and they like redid them, redesigned them a bit. But essentially they're the same thing, just new. Okay, so that's a plus. Soundtrack, graphics, yeah, some of the best graphics I've seen on the PSP. And I was reading a review, an interview with the director, and you know, he really said that like he worked very hard to expand it for what he could put on the PSP, and pretty much they maxed it out. So that was cool. Yeah, gameplay, I like the handling of it. Some people have said that it's a bit stiff, but I feel like the game mechanics work very well. And the overdive system, you go from one body to the next. It's kind of like your spirits inside of them, but it's a lot more complex than that. But for visual effect, you always see whichever body you're possessing, whichever one you're currently in, as Aya, the main character, which was cool. But yeah, I would strongly say that this game is very good, but the game's very short. I beat it in about 6 hours. I'm playing through on genocide mode now. There's like easy, normal, hard, deadly, genocide, and I think one other. Um, but yeah, I'm doing genocide right now, and that's pretty tough. Tough. You might find easy. Um, but yeah. People have had. There's lots of bonus features at the end. It comes with cheats, but they're not really cheats. And also, um, if you're trying to achieve certain ranks and stuff, you can't if you have cheats activated. Um, but yeah, there's also plenty of alternate costumes. The game, I don't feel like they over-sexualized Aya. The skimpy afterwards costumes are kind of ridiculous, but you know, they also have a lightning costume, which really is awesome. And if you do this, you get Lightning's Aya costume for the city. Yeah, it's not gonna focus. Oh well. But you could see it if, well, yeah. Yeah, yep, there we go. And you know, you input that into the PlayStation Network and download it. It's DLC, so yeah. You can only do that one time though. But yeah, so I would give the game, I would say about a 9, honestly. Because one thing a lot of people would find as a drawback is that the storyline does not make any sense whatsoever. I beat the game and still don't get what the fuck is going on. But yeah, I had a bit of a hard time with that. And I'm pretty good at handling storylines and stuff. Maybe you have to know backstory from Parasite Eve. I don't know. But, you know, at the end of the game, this guy told the main character happy 3rd birthday or something like that, and it's like, wait, why? I know this person's not 3 years old, come on. And I don't think it's been 3 years since the original events of Parasite Eve, so I don't know. So yeah, that was weird, but I don't really care if game storylines don't make sense as long as they're presented cool and you just kind of get the feeling, oh, I don't know what's going on, but it's cool. They also have Jensen Ackles, I believe is his name, for the voice of this guy Kyle, which you'll find out more about later, but in the story, not right away though. Then the lady from Chuck, she does Aya's voice. But yeah, the game is very good, and if you haven't gotten it yet, I would suggest it very much. I'm actually getting a big wall poster of 3rd birthday. It's the one where A is sitting down, and behind her is like a broken, the broken streets and stuff of New York, and there's like the decapitated head of Lady Liberty. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I would definitely suggest this game, and fuck all you haters. Bye.